Hey, hey, dear beloveds. Happy Friday. I am on my phone again because I got to tell you, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing in groups and joining rooms and all the rest of it, but I'm here and we are here for day 10 on Friday. I'm very excited that it is the weekend. Everything is kind of intense right now, work-wise, but you know, what a privilege and what a joy. I'm really looking forward to some downtime this weekend, and this is my last activity before I finish up for the day. So I'm feeling all the Friday feels, and it is Fierce Friday in the group as well. So share whatever you're feeling, fierce or otherwise, just checking in with yourself and noticing maybe where you need to be more fierce, maybe where you need to be less. But I do know who is fierce today, and we have one of my favorite archetypes with us, and I really do feel that so many of you here resonate very deeply with her. So I'm excited she's here on a Friday to kind of give you perhaps a little spiritual spanking. I have a feeling that she's coming in with quite a lot of fierceness, and you know, that doesn't surprise me. That is the way this archetype works for me. And so who are we speaking of? Today we have the Priestess. This absolutely divine creation from Christy Jameson is one of my favorites for sure. And I'll just read to you what is on the back of the Sacred 13 card as I received it. And then we'll see how the Priestess would like to work with us all today. So, I stand on the bridge you are yet too fearful to cross, beckoning you to come to me, so you may know what I know. From where I stand, I can see all time and space. I am anchored in all worlds, peeling back the veil to rearrange time and space on your behalf. I am the bridge that you stand upon to uproot your world and see it from another side. My purpose is clear, to be your guide to the world within the world and back again, so you too may anchor the truth in the hearts and minds of all. And I feel our Priestess is here today, our beloved Mariam, our High Priestess, in her full glorious fierceness, and she's doing a little calling out and calling in. So I think my task today is really to just hand over to her, and I better get myself into a proper position to allow the High Priestess Mariam. If you don't know who Mariam is the High Priestess, the non-local High Priestess of the third level program. And she is an archetypal energy, as they all are, that I have shared a lineage with, if you like. And it's sort of not something I want to dive into too much here, but one of the things that we train in the third level is understanding how to remote view through the dimensions of time and space, and truly to see time and space as the illusions that they are. And there is, if you like, shared memories of a lifetime in which I embodied that archetypal energy of Mariam. And it has really navigated the work of the Institute very strongly for some time now. And so Mariam is our High Priestess, and her energy is akin to, she has many names in almost all religions. She appears Miriam, Mariam, Mary, the Magdalene. So her energy is, as I said, very archetypal and not simply located inside of me or inside of this program, but a truly cosmic consciousness that we're able to all access. And that is exactly what the training of the third level is to wed the women that I serve to their priestess archetype, because undoubtedly if you're called to the path of the priestess, you have walked this path many lifetimes, and we are experiencing priestess renaissance or zeitgeist, where many women, in many different ways, there's many different ways to train as a contemporary priestess. It's not simply about the third level, that's just the way I do it, where women are being called to step into that sacred service. And for me, it is the nexus between the ordinary, mundane 3D reality and the non-local 5D consciousness. And so the priestess sits at the nexus of those two aspects of ourselves, anthropos, fully human, fully divine. And many, many women are waking up to the truth that they are the priestess. There's a very good chance that you have been incarnated at this time in Earth's history because you are a priestess, and you've been called to come here in service at this moment in time because we are required right now, to awaken. And we are the ones whose medicine is what the world needs to awaken. And so if you're feeling that yearning, or you have been called into the path of the priestess, don't doubt it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to own it. Don't try to, lock it down or understand it even. Just be fully cognizant, be aware here and here that that's entirely reasonable. It's an entirely reasonable thing to know you are a contemporary priestess. And what you do with that will be as unique as you are. There's no one way to be a priestess. So let's see what our beloved High Priestess, Mariam, has to say to us today. What a privilege on this Friday afternoon. And as I suggested, there's a bit of spiritual spanking going on here. So, dear ones, you still shy away from me, and you shy away from your duty as the priestess now in the world. You are still sitting back from that truth lest you might lose something. You might not get to be comfortable, or have this boy here or that thing there, or have everything in order, like a sense of control or authority, like you get to decide how things are going to go anyway. So here I am, very clear, very present, very direct today to invite you to remember that you chose to incarnate at this time, not for the petty little things that would satisfy the ordinary person, but to bring me forward, to bring her forth, to bring the priestess back into the world where she has been so long banished or in hiding. And you have been chosen because you were willing to do it out loud. The time of the shadows, of the darkness, of hiding away, of encircling ourselves like this so that we would not be seen by others is over. And now you must be present in the world and witness to the world what is possible when we become the sacred in the everyday. When we say yes, that our lives are not meant to be mundane and secular. Our lives are holy, sacred offerings. Our lives are holy, sacred offerings. Your life is an offering, a consecration to the divine. What is the quality of your offer? Look to the offer that you are making of your life and ask, is it in congruence? Is it in truth with what I am? Or am I making an offer of a life that I don't even know if I like? I might just be walking through an empty shell of an experience that I'm not even sure I want to be part of, and yet that is my offer regardless. That is what I'm offering. Your life, breath by breath, moment by moment, is your offering to me. It is your offering to God. What is the quality of that offer? And if you have been called forward as you have been, as you are here, you are listening, you are hearing, you are seeing this, there is no doubt you have been called forward as the priestess, and you're offering this sad, lonely, empty shell of a thing that you don't even want to be part of. What are you saying to me? What are you saying to God? And look to yourself. Why? What is in it for me to sit back, to parody a life, to sit back from my divinity, to be in hiding about my truth? This word secular is like a cancer. It has ripped the fabric of our absolute purpose from us in servitude to reason. So we have stripped the essence of who and what we are from the fabric of our being in order to appear reasonable. And our terror at being unreasonable, of seeming as though we are mad according to the secular world, will keep us in terror. Our terror that our people will leave us, our communities will abandon us if we say, this is what I am the priestess. And I say, what community would you want that would not accept you as you are? And so why would you fight for a community to stay with you who will not even acknowledge your truth? So I am fierce today, dear ones. I am fiercely calling you out if you are sitting back from the truth of what you are to keep everyone around you happy, even though you're not sure these are the people you want to spend your time with. You're here on a divine mission. You didn't turn up at the time of the Priestess Renaissance by accident. And you identify, you raise your hand and you say, yes, I am that. And then you sit back inside of a very pleasant, comfortable little life where nobody is worried that maybe you've lost your mind, or maybe you wouldn't, you won't offend everybody you meet by talking about God and your soul and your sacred service and being here in service to the greater good, not just to the needs of your little people around you. The littleness of life is a toxin. The littleness, the expectations that you have of yourself are so little, so insignificant. You have reduced success to nothing more than the attainment of objects which mean nothing. And now you wonder why you feel like such an empty shell. Your life is such a poor offering. So what do? We get over the fear that things will change, because things will never stop changing. And I invite you, if you are hearing me today, now or later, it does not matter, to look to where your priestess is being locked away in the castle, in a high tower, abandoned, left to starve, because you are so afraid if you open the door to her, your life will be consumed by her. And let me tell you truth. Yes, yes, yes. When you open the door to her, your life will be forever altered. And you're going to do it anyway. That's what you're here for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, our High Priestess Mariam. And it is rare for her to be so fierce and so direct. Her energy doesn't normally kind of land with such intensity. But I am very grateful, and I feel her fierce love. And I just, she's my mentor, she's my guide, and she is the non-local priestess who's holding me to hold my priestesses in the 3D. And every day I'm so humbly grateful that energy is what is guiding us all. And I need to hear that message every day. We all do, those of us who've said yes to this path. And I honor every single one of my priestesses, those who've graduated, those who are still walking the path, those who are saying yes to the program right now and are not even really sure what's going to happen. There'll be some change. Yes, there will. But it is the change that you've been calling for. So, dear beloveds, I'm going to clock off. Have a glorious Friday. We're done day 10 of our 17-day archetypal adventure. I'll be back on Monday with day 11, and we will see who will grace us with their presence now. And thank you to our beautiful priestess for being the one who is here today. And please, please, please let me know how that landed for you, because it's a really big, beautiful blessing to have Mariam here with us. So much love to you all.